If we do like some sort of sales training, a lot of that has to do with like how we talk to clients, our customer journey, etc. And quite often, this is a place too where your team just needs to be reminded of what your standards are and what your process is, because they too get caught up in either the slowness of how they've been operating and get maybe loosey-goosey with some of the like standards that you set, or, they brace for impact in a really busy season and then somehow get like too rigid, right? Like sometimes I lay rules exist, but also I'm like, you all are humans and I trust you to make a decision, like if it needs to be an exception to the rule, right? Like we tier like quality of leads coming in, like who is closest to our ICP, right? Like our bread and butter clients, like tent event rental people, to folks who are on the fringes, like a golf cart rental company has used us before, right? Like, can that type of business work for Goodshuffle? Yeah, absolutely. Is that like who we're best suited for? Probably not. And so like I may say like, okay, we don't do business with golf cart rental companies as a general rule, but our SDR team, right? If they get on the phone with somebody who's like really hyped to solve their problems using Goodshuffle, and maybe they've used Goodshuffle at another job before, and so that feels like a more familiar solution to them, then I would expect my team to like have the wherewithal to say like, oh, this is a good exception to the rule, right? They're gonna like end up being good users of Goodshuffle. They know, okay, there's some things that maybe are a little bit different for our industry than a typical event rental industry, whatever. Part of me keeping the team nimble, I guess, in that way is like just reminding the team of like, here are the kind of questions that we want to ask, and here are the decision-making framework of like how this could be a good client if it isn't always a good client. And so just reminding the team of those ahead of a busy season is really powerful because they get so caught up in their day-to-day. That's something that I don't think that my team in particular takes time to like refresh and revisit. And I would take a guess that your teams are the same way, right? Because it's a quote unquote familiar topic to them. That's not something that they like study or revisit much past their onboarding. And yet, because it's something that they do every day, they need to be reminded of like what your standards and expectations and frameworks look like.